So in this chapter, we are going to study how our earth changed in all these years. Whatever it looks like right now, it never used to look like that million billion years ago. So let's start with the chapter. For thousands of years, people believed that continents were fixed in their position. The distribution of land and water, however, has not been the same on the earth's surface as it is today. Okay, so they're saying that all these years, for thousands of years, people used to believe one thing, that all the continents are fixed, that they do not move here and there at all. They are fixed in their position, on their position, and they just don't move at all. But this is actually not true. They thought that the distribution of land and water has also been same, but this is again not true. The things have changed for, I mean, all these years things kept on changing, and whatever we see today, this is the present situation of earth, and it was not like this million years ago. I'll just show you a diagram. This is going to clear your doubts a little more. So this is the diagram actually. When you look at this diagram especially, can you see this word Pangaea? So just look at the diagram where you see this yellow portion is actually the land mass and the blue portion is water. Okay, so it is land and water distribution. We just talked about it. Okay, so earlier it used to look like this and now it looks like this. This is the present day state of continents, which means land and water distribution looks like this now. Okay, so I'll just repeat it again. I'll show you the picture again. It will look like this. Okay, so the yellow portion you see here is the land mass. This had one name, Pangaea. Okay, Pangaea was the only one supercontinent we had, and rest of it was water. And look here, the continents were drifted apart. Drifted apart means like they kept on shifting. They got separated from each other and they were like in pieces now. And the water distribution and land distribution is totally different now. Okay, so let's come to the next stanza. In 1912, Alfred Wegener, a German meteorologist, made an attempt to explain the present day distribution of the continents. So there was a person from Germany. He was a meteorologist. They are the people who are basically into all these jobs. And it was the year 1912. And his name was Alfred Wegener. I'll just show you the picture of this man. So here is a picture of Mr. Alfred Wegener. Okay, so let's read out the next stanza. In 1912, Alfred Wegener, a German meteorologist, made an attempt to explain the present day distribution of continents and oceans. So there was a German meteorologist, and his name was Alfred Wegener. And in the year 1912, he tried to tell people that whatever we see today as continents, the way the continents have been distributed today, it was not like this. Continents and oceans were not like this earlier. And he proposed that millions of years ago, all land masses were joined together into a supercontinent called the Pangaea. He also suggested that Pangaea broke and there was a horizontal displacement of the continents. This is called Wegener's theory of continental drift. Okay, first of all I'll show you Mr. Alfred Wegener. Okay, I'll show you how did he look like. So this is Mr. Alfred Wegener. Okay, so what did he say? He basically said that this is what our earth looked like, all the land masses together in one supercontinent named Pangaea. Okay, but now it looks like this. All the continents have drifted, they have shifted, they have separated, and the water and land distribution is totally different from each other. Let's compare it. If we talk about 225 million years ago, no, just look at this yellow portion. These are the continents and the blue part is the water. So this is how our earth looked 225 million years ago. All right. So now let's talk about the second diagram on the top right, which is 150 million years ago. So do you see a little drifting apart is actually happening? The continents are like as if angry from each other and shifting, and you can see the visible change actually, which is like after like from 225 million years ago to 150 million years ago. So it is quite a long time. Okay, so next image shows us 100 million years ago state of earth, and this is a little like which we can recognize, and you can clearly see all the continents here, but Europe and Asia are one, Africa is different, South America is different, North America is still a little in connection with Europe and Asia. India is separately one into one continent. Antarctica and Australia are stuck to each other. Okay, so this is how it used to look like 100 million years ago. Now let's talk about how does our earth look like today. So today the last image is there, earth today. Okay, can you see it? So this particular image I'm talking about, this, all right, this is how our earth is looking today. The distribution is like this. All the continents are separated from each other and they are clearly visible. Okay, so they are not touching each other too much. Only Europe and Asia are touching each other too much, so they're totally separated from each other. So this is what this man Alfred Wegener actually told us. All right, so let us come back to the book again. Now we will now study the Wegener's theory of continental drift. Okay, Wegener's theory was improved upon by adding the idea of sea floor spreading. Now what is sea floor spreading? I'll just explain you with the help of a diagram. So let's just finish this stanza and then I will explain. The new concept is called plate tectonics. It says the Earth's crust consists of plates known as lithospheric or tectonic plates. There are 6 major and 20 minor plates, all of which float independently. Okay, I'll just tell you the next points also, but first I'll discuss these. Okay, so let's talk about sea floor spreading. First of all, first line talks about sea floor spreading. So what is sea floor spreading? Okay, I'll explain it to you through this diagram. Just look at the diagram, do not read anything else, just the diagram. Okay, all right, so just see this blue, dark blue area. This is the sea. Okay, so when you SEE these black arrows to the left and the right, they are showing the movement or the spreading of the sea floor. Okay, and how does it happen? Whenever any kind of movement takes place inside the earth, okay, so then this kind of sea floor spreading happens. Okay, so now the next line they have said is the new concept is called plate tectonics. Now what is the concept of plate tectonics? Actually the earth's crust, earth's surface, actually the crust on which we are living, where life is possible, this is known as lithospheric or tectonic plate. You call it lithospheric plate or you call it tectonic plate, it is one and the same thing. Okay, so if we consider that all these are tectonic plates, so whatever movements will be inside the earth, it is going to leave an impact on these tectonic plates for sure. Okay, there are majorly 6 and 20 minor plates, and these all float independently, which means they don't touch each other, but they all float independently. Okay, there are 20